Fit Like Abdi! Dan here, and welcome back to another episode of Ixion. So, it has come to my attention that there is alternate endings. So, there's the Remus one and the Romulus one. We'll do the Remus one, and then I'll do another one where we do another episode where we do the Romulus one. I've sort of saved it here, right at the point where it's like a split, so I can choose either or for the moment. Now, I do have this. Oh, yeah, that's right. Guess who's back? Administrator. Everything confirms the sad truth. The Piranesi has followed us to the Elia system. Fantastic. Oh, he's back. Ah, but he doesn't speak.
Administrator, I am not dead yet. I will feed on your beautiful community. I will build my rebirth. Are you ready for your simulation?
Creepy. Okay, so he's back. Right, let's jump outside. So we've got the Romulus mission. Summary of information on Romulus. Administrator. There is no planet here. But if we go to the outside of the Tycoon and do a bit of this, we can do this. Eden deactivation. So deactivating Eden, because Eden is sort of shielding us from the information on Romulus. So if we deactivate Eden, basically fire out an airlock, we can we can then go there. But we'll do the Ashtengite one first. So the Xanadu is going to head over to Remus. They're still doing that. They're gathering a bit of science. I don't know what science I really want to do. Is there anything I really have to do? I haven't done anything with the drone bay. The docking bay? Yeah, there was an unknown here that I never got, which was sad. You know what? That's in progress. Dedicated logistics PA. Feed it. Power. Sure, queue that up. Why the hell not? Okay. So, what do we need? What do we need to do? We basically just need to focus on the guys on the outside. So, a science ship team has completed a task. That is excellent. It is... You got 495 science. Whoa, 200. The Bargeville team selected and prepared one of its members to enter the sphere. Genesis Sanchez, as they stepped through, their communication link went dead. The sphere volatilized and boron crystals all over Vulcan began to crumble. Leave the comet. Yeah, you can basically just stay there for the moment. You guys are still collecting science. We'll see what happens with the Remus mission. We might actually fly over Remus.
Has arrived at its destination.
Right, it's collecting science, but we'll get it rolling. Summary of intelligence on Remus. Agora of the third generation, representative of the Ashtengites, has invited us to send a delegation to Remus to observe their community and way of life on the planet. Administrator, we were greeted most solemnly by the Ashtengites. Their morphology is different to ours. Taller, thinner, their skin has a slight green shade to it. Atmospheric readings indicate that oxygen is present, but in insufficient quantities to support the unadapted Tycoon crew on Remus. Without respiratory assistance, we have not witnessed any signs of poverty or conflict, and the population density is much lower than that of the Earth we left. Okay, so have a little chat. We'll chat with them. See what they want to do. We're pretty much full on silicon. Let's grab as much iron ore as possible.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Because I don't really know what I'm going to have to build here. I think I'm fairly
A
safe
science ship team has
on
completed
electronics. Right, these guys here, the Deuterium crew, are ready to
the
go.
task. New request awaits your attention.
New request was awaiting my attention in Sector 1. The Scientific Syndicate of Sector 1 has found a solution for the Piranesi problem. Now that we have finally reached a viable exoplanet, the Tycoon has no further purpose. The Scientific Syndicate proposed the following. As preparations are being made for colonization, the Tycoon sector should be filled with batteries. Once they are charged and the crew ready for exit, a flight path will be plotted for the Tycoon to crash into the Piranesi. Igniting the stored power should be enough to destroy the BMS warship. In the scenario where there is no longer any life on board the Tycoon, I am authorized as the PA of this station to lead it to its end. Ah, cool. Okay. The Last Stand. Nice. Nice. Is trust and stuff good? I could switch this on. I've not switched this on in some time. It is there. We may as well using it. We've built every building. I don't think there's anything we're missing. We've got the whole temple over here. I can do stuff with science now. Be it each hull temple increases the hull's maximum crit. Yeah, sure, do that. What else do we need? Drone bay. I might start doing stuff with the drone bay because I've just seen this. Build enough batteries to cover an area of 1,000 tiles. Okay, 1,000 tiles is a lot. 1, 2, 10, 50, 1,000,000. Delete that road. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of metals. I'm going to build all the batteries in here, so I'm going to need a lot of metals in this sector. Let's build a random... Ooh, let's build a random one there. That'll be fine. Build that down there. Build that across to there. Build that across to there. And I'll maybe place some smaller batteries in here. These are 40 metals a pop. So each one uses 40 metals to build it. And that's a lot. You know what? Build the road in there. And then get me a couple more in here. And you know what I'm going to build? I'm going to build a fire station. Because that much batteries in one area has the potential to go to go kaboom. I'll high priority that. Wow, they've actually started building this. That's pretty insane. Okay, so we had an event. Yeah, so I'm gonna let them collect that science in case they die. But the Remus team is ready. We have met with the Ashtengites representative. We were surprised at first by the limited ceremony of what seems to be, to us, as a monumentous occasion. Received on a beach, we were then taken to a cliff top that looked over their ocean. Many Ashtengites joined the gathering. Some simply watched, others inspected our suits and devices. Following our exchanges with Agora and the other members of the Ashtungite hierarchy, a proposal was made. If we agree to join them, the Ashtengites will reveal the locations of temples within the Elia system. Each temple contains a fragment of a blueprint for a bioengineering center. Constructing this on board the Tycoon would allow us to adapt ourselves for life on Remus. Yeah, we're going to accept their offer. So that's fine. We shall do that. So they're gathering stuff. Launch a probe. What's over here? There's some stuff over there. They're doing that. I'm going to leave the deuterium over here, and it's going to do Lupercal and Aventine. Unless they die. I hope they don't. They're so close to the end as well. It would be a shame if they were to perish.
A probe has completed its scan.
A probe has completed its scan. That's very nice. Let's have a look here. Right, let's speed it up. They're doing that. They're doing that.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay, so this is the way of the Mandalorian. We have a new hope. A new home, even. If it said a new hope, that would have been even more Star Wars references. We've received the signals for the 3 Ashtengites temples within the Elias system. We will now be able to locate the temples with our probes. Study Ashtengites technology. 3 days. Yeah, sure, do that. That'll give me a time to sort out these guys. We should find the Temple of Merit. Right, let's start probing. There's something over here. Right there. I'm assuming that's a temple because it did not show up before in previous scans. So they have to reveal the location to us. Alright. Alright, so that probe should be mega fast now. Yeah, the Temple of Common Sense. So once they're done here, I'll start heading them over. Alright. Oh, there's the Piranesi. Creepy as always. Wait, there's something right there. So these are actually quite close to the Tycoon. Right, the Lupercal team is ready. Diamonds are forever. Scan analysis of Lupercal has provided some unusual data. The planet is home to numerous anomalies and high levels of carbon allotropes. Lupercal's atmosphere is very thin and toxic. Visible particles hang suspended within it and move in the light winds of the planet. Impressively, vast quantities of diamond encrust Lupercal's surface. The thin atmosphere will provide little protection. We have chosen a study location that rarely experiences direct exposure to Ilia, the star of the system. Any increase of Lupercal's surface temperature could jeopardize the team's safety. No. We'll do it quickly then.
A science ship team has completed a task.
We unfortunately lost a member of the Bargeville science team.
Accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
I don't want the rest of them to die. Right, I've got some science stuff to do. Yeah, I was doing stuff with drones. Storage expansion, yeah, do that. Do that. Because I need to move a ton of metals from other sectors into this sector in order to get this stuff built. And they are building that, which is nice. So if it randomly explodes, we should be fine. But it's a lot of metals. So many metals. Right, let's speed it up.
Team has completed a task.
Remus. Ashtengites technology is greatly influenced by its terrestrial heritage, but often involves some form of genetic manipulation. Oxen are used to fertilize their fields, their tails adapted for ploughing. Trees produce fruits of considerable size, their bark serving as food for other giant aphid-like creatures. Ashtengites buildings are made from cut stone blocks and a fungus that shapes and strengthens the structure over time. Their scientists pointed out the watchbirds that serve as lookouts and communicate in ultrasound. We have completed a detailed report that contains the knowledge of the Ashtengites shared with us. I'll leave Remus. Yeah, you're not going to collect the science from there because I don't think that I need it. You're going to go to the Temple of Merits. I still have one more temple to find, right? Because there's 3. I'm guessing that's it there. So they are spaced out quite a lot. Right, the Lupercal team is ready. The light of the explosion was reflected by the floating atmospheric particles and the diamond on the Lupercal's surface. The murky skies were illuminated for a brief, spectacular moment. Particle behavior anomalies were detected during residue analysis. We've prepared some carbon resource packets for extraction. Leave the planet. You did well. Right, you can collect that science, and then I'm going to send you to Aventine. You're collecting like 300 science there, which is a lot. Always keep the research going. Soft jet propellers, let's queue that up. Alright, cool. And then we're waiting for the Xanadu. There's the Piranesi. You're heading over there. You're still collecting science. I need them to go back to Tycoon because they are down a man now. You guys are ready, so the Deuterium is going to head over to Aventine. You guys are at the Temple of Merit. We have found the Temple of Merit, which has manifested its presence so that our sensors could locate it. The structure is emitting weak electromagnetic signals that are barely perceptible. Despite the fact it appears abandoned, the temple is still powered. This is the Xanadu team. We have docked at the Temple of Merit. We saw an inscription written in several languages on one of the temple walls. We enclose here the illusion of merit. This chimera, draped in logic, has never ceased to be a tool for those who began their lives more powerful than others. Merit is an inverted reflection that judges without understanding origin. This illusion confuses explanation with excuse, and therefore prevents one from inhabiting reality. Whoa! There's some deep stuff going on here. Following the instructions of the Ashtengites, we have located one of the 3 parts of the Bioengineering Center blueprint. There are offerings and messages here left by people who have let go of merit and found balance. Yeah. Just retrieve the fragment and get out of there, because you still to go all the way around here. And possibly all the way... Yeah, you need to go to there as well now. Maybe this team can go here, the Aventine team. Okay, let's speed it up. There's not really anything else for us to build. Ooh, we're at 646 now. This one is getting built.
A science ship team has completed.
There is 0 metals in Sector 4, but it is set to
A
max.
science ship has arrived at its destination.
Science ship has arrived at its destination. Temple of Merit. The team has retrieved the fragment and boarded the Xanadu. Okay, you guys, Xanadu team, I'm going to head to the Temple of Common Sense. Good luck. Farewell, my friends. Right, Aventine. Preliminary data contains many inconsistencies. Aventine emits large amounts of particles that are not supposed to be detected from an atomic structure, detached from an atomic structure. Although these emissions do not appear to pose any physical danger to our scientific teams, theorized psychological impacts range from the unknown to the disastrous. Dolo security protocols recommend extreme caution. We have landed on the planet. A powdery layer of yellow sulfur covers Aventine. It falls into the many crevices strewn across the planet's surface. The interior of the hollow planet is revealed through these fissures, which offer a spectacular view down to Aventine's core. It is unlike anything we've seen. Telluric pillars support the planet's surface, reaching up out at the central, perfectly spherical core. Like a metallic seed, it seems to absorb the rain of powdered sulfur that falls down upon it from above. Study the surface, study the core of it. We've got exoskeletons. Getting the exoskeletons was a good choice. Right, so you're heading to the Temple of Common Sense, and then you can just do a loop. That's what you're going to do. The Bargeville team is still collecting science, which is good. Yeah, keep researching stuff for this. The docking bay. Yeah, there was an unknown thing in the docking bay that I couldn't get.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Yeah, we'll get faster recovery. So we've done that. I suppose we could do the Tycoon Hull, the workshop.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
The science ship has arrived at its destination. Aventine. The team of the Deuterium had great difficulty establishing a steady protocol for the planet's core. After multiple attempts, conclusions indicate that the huge central sphere interacts with elementary particles, including bosons and Frau's tachyons, in a selective and unpredictable manner. 10 previously unknown elementary particles have been identified. Data from the Aventine core analysis will pave the way for new scientific and technological models for years to come. Study the surface of Aventine. Yeah, sure. Do that. So the other team is at the Temple of Common Sense. Oh, there's a lot here. Our probe has found the Ashtengites Temple of Common Sense. It has manifested its presence so that we could locate it. Emitting weak electromagnetic signals, it still appears to be powered and functional, despite its tilted axis. This is the Xanadu team. We have docked at the Temple of Common Sense. We came across an inscription winding around a temple column. It was written in several languages. We enclose here the illusion of common sense, a moral habit with origins lost in the darkness of the minds that wield it. The scientific method has repeatedly shown how counterintuitive reality is. We must strip common sense away, leaving only empathy and pragmatism in their purest forms. These two modes will then find their rightful place. We have located the room where one of the 3 parts of the plan for the bioengineering center is stored. The temple's rooms contain objects and testimonies left by people who have become cognizant to common sense and its bias. Retrieve the fragment and get out of there, because this thing is still on the move. Alright. So what do we have? We're looking pretty good, actually. We're building the batteries. This one's getting built.
Accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
There was an accident on board the Tycoon, that's fine. Is there any spare workers anywhere that I could send?
Team has completed a task.
Yeah, 30 only workers from sector, what's that, 6 to sector 4. Start migration.
Science ship team has completed a task.
The science ship team has completed a task. So it looks like the poor Nisi is properly wounded. It's not attacking or anything, which is strange. Temple of Common Sense. The team has retrieved the fragment and boarded the Xanadu. And listening protocol. What's this? Why does the Gannet have a thing on it? Why does the Gannet have a thing on it? Don't know. Analysis indicates that the mass-defining particles that constitute the matter of Aventine possess an altered state. The surface of the planet contains many isotopes, previously thought impossible. Many of our theoretical models have been called into question following the discoveries made on Aventine. Unfortunately, the planet's surface is extremely friable, friable. Don't know. Making any longer term exploration attempts unviable. Alright, leave the planet. Okay, you guys, the Deuterium, can go there. Alright, so the Xanadu has done a good job. It's got 2 of the parts. We'll bring it back to the Tycoon.
Population transfer complete.
Hey, population transfer was completed. Once the Xanadu is back, I'm going to tell you guys not to mine or collect anything. I want everybody back on the ship. That'll be
The
fine.
science ship has arrived at its destination.
We're building another battery. There's another battery there. We're 827, so we are getting there. We're building this battery here. Okay. Right, so you're back. You know what? We're going to slow it down. We will do the Temple of Free Will. Our sensors have located the Ashtengites Temple of Free Will. The structure emits weak electromagnetic signals that are barely perceptible. Despite its dilapidated state, the temple is still powered. This is the Deuterium team. We have docked at the Temple of Free Will. There is an inscription in the temple's interior courtyard written in several languages. Yes. Isn't there always? Here we lock up the illusion of free will. This fictional narrative presents us from seeing what we are and what we can do. There is no choice because the motivations that lead us to choose pre-exist the choice. We're back into the mind bending stuff here. The team will recover the blueprint. Go for it. And you know what? I am gonna jump the Tycoon over to Remus. It's gonna take 3.4 cycles. We should have enough power. Sector 4 definitely has enough power. I would say there's enough power stored in them there batteries to power the entire ship. What does it look like as we depart this place? Haha, cool. Right, let's 3 times speed it.
Has occurred in the Tycoon.
Now it's just flying. The solar panels look I like the way the light glints off
The
them.
science ship team has completed the task.
Science ship team's done a task. Okay, we can still do this as you're doing that. Temple of Free Will. The team has retrieved the fragment and boarded the deuterium. The Great Transformation. Right. Deuterium crew, head over here. Go back into there. Yeah, I am out, completely out science. Research that, research that. Because why the hell not? Ah, the Bioengineering Center has got the forbidden upgrade. As we transform, the waste production is reduced by 30%. Is there going to be a lot of waste? What? So what, we're literally... Are we dissecting people and cutting bits off of them and do the transformation? Uh-huh. I think this could be a thing. Okay, so the Bargeval team have done well. Even though they lost a man, we'll get them back to the Tycoon. I've covered 854 squares and batteries. 854 tiles. Alright, so everyone's meeting at this one sector. Oh, cool, we get a cutscene for arriving at Remus. Well, that's neat. It does look very pretty. Oh, cool. It is very Earth-like. I will say that. Okay, that research is done. I'm going to research that. Because why the hell not? I've got 999 science. I don't think you can gain any more science. I think that's it. There is a max. Okay, so we've got a new building, space. Ah, so it has to be up against a wall. No, it doesn't have to be up against a wall. You are going to have to remove some stuff, though. Alright. I need to fit it in here in Sector 4. This is the only place that's really viable to fit it in, because it's such a large structure. Yeah, the Bioengineering Center. 500. Jesus. There you go, just build it in the middle there. Get that path to there. That's fine. I will create a path that goes all the way around. There you go, and I can fit some batteries in there as well if I need to. This is going to take a lot. 500. I don't even have... Well, I do have 500, but... Maintenance, yeah. Throw them in there, throw them in there. Don't know if I need them. Because we are quite close. I just don't know if this is going to be enough. It's like 9 tiles per battery, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 90. Yeah, so we're going to be less, I think. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I can get more in there if I need to. Okay. In fact, one thing I don't have is storage for waste over here. And it did say that this building produced waste. Right, there you go. Now you can do all the waste you want. I don't know if I'm going to have enough metals to complete all this stuff. Who knows? Right, so you're still collecting science. Yeah, get that queued up as well. And then we'll 3 times speed it. So we've investigated everything. I have taken all the available iron ore. Yeah, we've got 70. Yeah, they're keeping up. So that's nice. If I set this to be a high priority, I can get 1 more metal, and then the construction bot guy can come out and get this.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
An accident has occurred on board the Tycoon. Yep. That sounds familiar. Aha. Yeah, research that. Yeah, research that now. You know what? Do the kinetic jacks as well. Not that we need them. We might need them. Okay, so we're building away. Who is this? Vargival, the deuterium. Right, you go back to Tycoon. There you go. How far away is that? It's pretty far, actually. I think we should be okay. It depends how long it's going to take us to build this. We've got all the electronics. I don't think I need electronics for anything else, so I'm going to change this to metals. Make alloys there. And I can basically delete any buildings I don't need in order to create alloys. We're about 200, we're halfway there. There's still 600 left, plus all of this. Yeah, I think we'll be fine actually. 280. I need to do research. Well, I don't need to do research. I'm just sort of...
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
You know what? We'll expose your filters because we're near the planet. We'll let everyone see it. Steel mill. Power cost is reduced by 4. Ah. What amount of power is this thing going to take? That's a question. I don't actually know. Go into the steel mill. Hello. And we'll start researching that as well. Look how fast this goes at 3 times speed. It's unreal. Increase maximum drone capacity by 2. That's going to be good as well, so I'll queue that up. Drones move 20% faster. That could be good also. Provides an additional +1 to a sector while its stability is below 0. Proximity police. Nah, I think we're good. I didn't really do anything with the algae farm. I don't really need to. Nuclear power plant. Mining ships, that. Probe launcher. There's nothing I really... Stockpiles can take 20% more. Don't really need that, but we'll queue it up. just to give them something to do, because we have so much science. Right, so that's been built. This is getting built. These are getting built. Alright, the technology self-dismantling has been unlocked. What was the last drone hub? The breath. Yeah, do that.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Yep. That makes sense. Right, what I need to do... Where is it? Ha! I need to enact waste in here, actually. Waste recycling, yes. And once these are built... the problem is, I only have one mech man. Maybe if I get a few mech men... No, he's doing fine. He is doing fine. 899, so 100 more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, change that to waste. Okay, so I need more. Let's just go all out on batteries. I've got 465 metals left. Okay, it's fine. Let's just make you into waste as well. They are already starting to get waste. Build enough batteries, adapt the crew. So, adapt crew for conditions on Remus over the course of 10 cycles. The engineering process will take 10 cycles to complete. Initiate, join the Ashtengites.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Holy crap. Look how fast it's accumulating waste. That's ridiculous. I might need to build another one of these storage piles.
A sector is being overworked.
Sector's being overworked. Sector 5. How are you being overworked? There must have been an accident. I have an available docking. Right, you and you. You guys can be powered off because we're not sending out any more. There's still on extra hours over here. That's pretty insane. We don't want to turn off the food. Nah, leave that back on. Are there people in the... Oh my god. This is full. I was doing... Yeah, research that. So, is this medical center here full? Oh, there's nobody in there. It's a drone bee, that's why. There's the medical center. No, there's nobody in there. Everybody's in the infirmary. There's obviously an accident in here, sort of screwed stuff over. There you go. The crew is being converted, though. It's all good. 935. I've got 500 metals left. All the ships have returned. The Piranesi is getting closer. Yeah, 10 cycles. Still 6 cycles to go. Oh my god. It's going to be cutting it close, I think. But at least it gives me the time to build the batteries. There you go. Another battery is up and running. There's going to be so much power stored here. It's insane. There you go. Another battery is coming online now.
Administrator, you can implement a new policy.
I sure can. I think we're good. We're perfect on food. There's still lots of ice. Everyone is unfrozen. We have been burning through science. That's all done. There's nothing really left for me to do. You can research large stockpiles. We've not seen the large stockpiles, so I will research that. We could have got that. Don't really need that. I would not have needed that during the course of the game. History of violence. Provides an additional once when more than 3,000 crew. Yeah, sure. Research that as well. They can have some fun in the fighting pits before we leave. Sector 6 is overworked.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
That'll be fine though. Over 500 people left to transfer. That's nice. The crew numbers are going down, so it looks like we don't change everyone. Yeah, build enough batteries. It's basically the batteries we're waiting on now. There's another one. This one here. Yeah, there's the large stockpile. I want to build one of them. I don't need one of them. I just want to build it. I got high priority. I could change that up to waste rather than using these. Ah. That could have been a thing that we did. Didn't figure that out till too late. It was too late to figure that out. So this is a large stockpile. That's really big. It's like ridiculously huge. My trust has come down a bit. Everyone is super happy though. I guess Sector 2, Sector 3 and Sector 4 could be a little happier.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
I mean, I could have went generous. There you go. You can have a generous amount of food there, people. And we're still good. There you go, change that to waste. Alright, so 989, so I need 2 more batteries to be finished. Where is the Piranesi? Oh, she's getting closer. He's getting closer. Yeah, so was all the crew transformed? It says I've got people out in space, but I don't. There should be nobody out in space. Everyone should be... What's your maximum storage? Stores up to 720 units. That's insane. Alright, so this battery is going to get done. Which is nice. And then that brings us over 1,000. Charge the batteries 98%. Yeah, so we have to wait for this last one to charge. I guess we could get this one done as well. Make it a high priority. These are researching a few things while we're waiting. Waste consumption cost is reduced. Power cost is reduced by 50. That would have been really good. If I had that before, I would have switched that off earlier. Yeah, so there's nothing really. Anything else we would have wanted to research? Stuff for mining ships. Mining ships move faster. Extract more resources. That might have been useful in dire times. Polymer reduced. No. No. We've got absolutely tons of polymers. Knee-high protocol. Sedation cell. The observatory. Adjustable polarizing filters. There you go. You can have that as well, crew. Okay, so this final battery is done. Charge the batteries 100%. Join the Ashtengites and Remus. So it's time to leave the Tycoon. Now, it's not going to be the end, though. There is the alternative Romulus ending, and I will do that as well. But man, we were like maxed out on everything. There was like nothing else we really needed. We even had space for extra houses and stuff. Yeah, we had more stuff here than we really knew what to do with. But we're ready to rock and roll. Wow, they filled up 720 trash in that short time. Okay, join the Ashtengites on Remus. This leads to the end of the game. Proceed. Yes. Oh, it's doing stuff. Is this a spaceship? Does this lead out into space? Whoa! Okay, that's gone. Oh man, the Tycoon looks
Administrator,
pretty beat up.
if you are listening to this message, it means the Tycoon has reached its destination, despite the unpredictable parameters that framed the equation of its journey.
Boom!
The crew have found a new home, whether the one planned for or another. These survivors have already begun to lay the foundations of a new cradle, where creativity, invention,
The
and
dog
joy
made it.
bloom again. Perhaps you already understand why I insisted, why the mission launch was precipitated. When I discovered that the lunicalism was inevitable, I also understood that any attempt to save our species after this would have been doomed to fail. You took the helm in the only launch window available to us. Thanks to you, our efforts, our mistakes, our sins and sacrifices will sink into oblivion, into the past, while the first pages are written for a newly born humanity.
Cool! So we made it. There's the Remus ending. And obviously the dog made it. So that's nice. Yeah, we did pretty good. Right, so that's going to be the end of this episode. But we are going to do the Romulus ending as well. And see how that turns out. So that's going to be cool. But as always, if you did watch this and you would like to leave a like, comment, or dislike, please feel free to do so. And if there's more you'd like to see in the future, then hit that subscribe button. But I've been Danny Men, this has been Ixion, and I will catch you later.